Shalom, everybody. This is Brian Newman from Hebrew Hearts Ministry and TwilightParables.com. TwilightParables.com is our dream site. I have a cop behind me. I want to talk about Joseph for a minute. He's one of the most intriguing people in the Bible to me. He sat in prison all that time. I just wonder how he kept his sanity, kept his faith, and what he made of everything. If he ever doubted that dream was from God, or if he knew the whole time. I know the JPS, the Jewish Publication Society Bible, says the Word of God purged him. So John Paul Jackson points out about it like it tormented him, like it's constantly on his mind. God said this, and I'm stuck here, and I don't know what to make of it, kind of thing. Joseph's dream, if you're a dream interpreter, we'd probably look at his dream and say, Joseph, that's a soul dream showing you your ego is way out of control, buddy. Which it was. But at the same time, it's a prophetic dream. It's an actual prophecy from God, and a thing that actually happened 15 years later. So there's a lesson in that too. The first lesson might be that be very careful for accusing someone of a false interpretation. And sometimes people don't like your interpretation because they didn't give you all of the meaning of a dream, they didn't give you all the pieces, or their soul's just all messed up and it's hard to understand to begin with. They'll accuse you of false prophecy, and an interpretation of a dream and a prophecy is two entirely different things. But if someone had interpreted Joseph's dream to mean that, hey, literally your mother and father and brothers are going to bow down to you one day, and Joseph's sitting in prison for 15 years, then people would say, well, that's a false interpretation. You know, you're just way off. You didn't hear from God, and you don't know how to interpret dreams either, because it took 15 years for it to happen. The other thing to draw from Joseph's dream is that sometimes dreams are two things at once. It's a prophetic dream and a soul dream. It's a prophetic dream, and that this is a real event that actually happened in Joseph's life. It's a soul dream, not in the sense that his soul gave him the dream, because the dream's obviously from the Spirit of God, not from Joseph's soul. But it does reveal a soulish issue in Joseph. So Joseph was an egomaniac at the time, it seems, and in a sense, and his ego was out of control, and he seemed to literally expect his brother and sister and parents to bow down to him. Because the weird, interesting thing about that is Joseph doesn't seem to be in total shock and disbelief. He's a little surprised, but he's not like, oh, that would never happen. Why would that happen? It seems like the most natural thing in the world to Joseph, that his mother and father and brothers would bow down to him. And his father's Jacob and his grandfather's Abraham. So it's just natural to him that Jacob would bow down to him, which is strange. But the dream was two things at once. And we are so Western in our thinking, even with dream interpretation. We want to categorize things as dreams as one thing or the other, but sometimes they are both. And sometimes, like, dream interpretation is not prophecy, but it's a similarity to prophecy, and that sometimes it just takes years and years and years to come about. And that doesn't automatically mean the person doing interpreting had a false interpretation, because dreams are from often the gift of wisdom, which just means you can look at things, see how they fit together, and see what they mean. Now there's prophecy, which is a whole different gift, a whole different thing, but sometimes prophecies take years and years to pass as well. So, if you look at the dream of Joseph, if you would interpret his dream when he was like 14 or 15, the next 15 years people would be saying, oh, you gave Joseph a false interpretation. And if they're really whacked out in their thinking and don't know anything about dreams or the Bible, they would probably say you're a false prophet, because they don't understand prophecy or dreams or scripture. for that matter. But dreams can have 2 or 3 causes at once and purposes. And one cause of Joseph's dream was to show him his issues, like a soul dream, but it's not from his soul, it's from God. And then the other purpose was to kind of, in a way, it showed him why he was in prison all that time, but in a way it didn't. But there was this prophecy that carried him through. This dream seems to have carried him through. It's on his mind all the time. Carried him through 15 years. 15 years sitting in prison, this dream carried him through that. That one day, this somehow, some way, even though it's totally impossible, this is going to happen. Through 15 years. And another interesting thing is, the scriptures call it, says the word of God purged him. Not something in his own imagination, not some weird dream he has, it's the word of God. So in this instance, it seems to be that the dream, God gave Joseph that dream, and that dream was the word of God just as much as a prophetic word. It was like somebody, Samuel walked up and prophesied to him. You know, Samuel had been dead a few hundred years, but if Samuel had walked up to him and prophesied to him, it would be the equivalent of this dream, because the word of God purged Joseph, and the word of God being the dream he had. So sometimes dreams carry the weight of the prophetic word on occasion, and they have more than one meaning sometimes, more than one causation. It can be to show you an issue, but it can also be a prophecy, or it can be a warning, or it can be night vision, where you see something happen during your day or in your life, but instead of seeing it with your natural eyes all over again like a memory, you rewind the tape and you watch it with your night vision on, and you see it through spiritual eyes. You see it with your spiritual glasses. So in dream interpretation, it's good just not put these things in a box. Like, this dream is just this, there's nothing more. It can be a lot of things at once. So I hope that helps you guys. Shalom.